are entering tonight's race with a probation, you will automatically be at a 1 out of 2 on the claim system. This will not affect your starting order, but it does mean if you get a claim, bye-bye. Any questions before we get going tonight? Ruby, you certainly picked a track for it.
For tonight's pit lane, you had to use the apron on both entry and exit. And as for the actual speed lines, it is the white lines. Or if you need a bigger reference point, is the Viaco banners hovering above both entry line and exit line. I mean, you can't miss it.
Alright, I think that is the...
Yes, Zapper, I did see the fun track facts. How the hell do you know about World Superbike? I feel like we're getting more niche every time.
We love niche people.
Alright, normally I would mute the admin, but they don't usually talk a ton during the race unless there's a caution or something like that. So, that is, you are reading that right, that is DSRA Season 12 here at, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, the Lausitzring. William Viola here on the pole. We got about a 10-car grid for tonight's race. I didn't check how many laps. In fact, let me... So we got 26 on a tank of gas, 50 on the race count, so not a huge difference in terms of fuel, so you can maybe run a lap longer, maybe pit a lap earlier on strategy. So that is our situation in strategy right now. Didn't look like anyone was going to join the booth tonight, so just me once again. Second, technically I guess you'd say third, but third straight random broadcast. This is the first DSRA broadcast since Watkins Glen Season 9 in May or March of 2025. I can't remember. I was looking and I get my Mays and my Marches mixed up for obvious reasons. But you heard it from the admin. Pit entry, you have to use the access road. Pit exit, you must also use the access road. William Viola, you might have seen him last night on the random OSCC broadcast we did, which was also a first in a while ordeal. Already got someone in the chat who might be a good fan of his. But regardless, this is the tail end of DSRA Season 12. We're going to have an interesting race ahead of us. It may be kind of similar to last night's race in terms of it being a longer run race in terms of pace, coming down to strategy. And I think it is going to be mostly the case. This track I have never seen in my life. And prior to the scheduled release, I had never heard of it in my life. Nor did I know it existed. The best way I can describe it, this looks like a beans and toast version of Pocono. That is basically what I'm seeing here. As the happy hour is actually already heading to a close here. You may notice some names on our ticker here. If I'm not sure if they've all made a lap, but the 41 and the 50, no, not 52, the 22. Victor Delgado the third, Gustavo Adalvis. I just butchered that. The third. That is not part of his name. I just butchered that, but those will not have their full name on the ticker. It'll just be a couple Roman numerals. That'll be their, I guess those are called suffixes. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. I'm no name specialist, but I might have to have someone go into the code and figure that out, because I know about as much as coding as the government knows about running a country. So let's go ahead and get this thing on the road. 50 laps tonight. William Viola on the pole. Same person who won OSCC Indianapolis just last night, which is also a random broadcast I did. And there will probably be another random broadcast tomorrow. I just gotta figure out which league I want to do. Because, again, I'm taking...
I thought I fixed the gridding slots. Oh well.
Apparently there was a gridding slot glitch that was going on that I was supposed to practice this track, and I would never practice that either way, but I neglected to do so. So Talha, if you're watching this, oops-a-daisy. But essentially we have a few cars, not a huge field, but we do have some notable names here. William Viola on the front row with Victor Delgado III.
Also, welcome Reese Winter to DSRA. So, what we do for cautions, if there need to be any dual or off-track ammo, we'll call them out, but we will use the in-game yellow via command. So, race back to the line. We'll go over further instructions from there.
Alright, so we got a niche field here. I'm going to have to go through this here in a bit, but that's where we get these first few laps in.
70.
Yes, that is Victor Delgado III on the front row with William Viola. I think he's the points leader. Yeah, he's the points leader. Regardless, a few races left here in the season. We'll get more into that in a bit. They're coming off a turn 4 to get this thing on the road, waiting for the flagman to show it for us. We are green flag racing here at Lausitzring.
Single car, and that's 2 cars. We're going to go ahead and reset.
And that is our first reset of the night. Usually I try to give them a lap before I start saying much. Mostly not to jinx them from wrecking, but obviously that didn't work this time around. So we're going to try again. Yeah, there's a few more storylines. I'll get into that once we get some green flag laps in, obviously. I think for the second attempt, I'll just go ahead and go with it as normal, because that is our 1 restart attempt.
Drivers, to your cars.
Alright, everybody is getting ready to get this thing back on the road. Restart attempt number 1 has been used. As I wait for the game to say when we can start. And I think it was an extra pace slot that might have been the issue there. But the initial start incident was between the 48 of Hiller and the 69 of the Supericer 69. I got on off track. There it goes. There it goes.
Start your engines.
Alright, pace car is in. We're going to try this thing again.
Alrighty, attempt number 2. No more resets from here. We are official, basically, you get the idea.
Alright. Green flag. Attempt number 2 is underway. And already just some jostling here for these positions. This is kind of that crucial point where track position is very important. You want to set yourself up for what I'm assuming is going to be a long run. It's mostly going to depend on how these guys sort it out. Side by side for second teammates. Melling Cup Racing, that is Victor Delgado III and Talha Aziz. Victor Delgado III is going to lead out of that for now. Oh, 78 in the wall in the back off a turn 4 was a complete lap 1. That is Ruby Estes. This is, according to them, their first NR2003 online race in about a year. So it's been a decent hiatus. And I was going to mention that 78 car, no, that is not AJ Rodriguez, who was out there winning races and doing very well in season 7 and 8. But yeah, that is Ruby Estes. Yeah, down to 4th place. That is Maple Hillers. We got a car going wide here. That is Ruby Estes. Maybe that
track's clear. We stay green.
Something might have happened there. It looks like they have a. I thought they had a down tire there for a second, but maybe not racing for a year. They might have had some contact with the 26 of Kieran McElreath. I could be incorrect on that. What the heck's the pace car doing? Pace car is lodged in a wall. All right, good to know. Victor Delgado the third, putting the pressure on William Viola. He's going to dart low here and try to make the move down into this corner. Like I said, this is a beans and toast Pocono, so I don't know which corner is which, especially considering I've never seen this track in my life. And he's going to make that overtake. As you see Reese Winter into the wall there off of 2. That was turn 2. This, according to what he has said, this is his first ever online race. He was putting up very competitive lap times in practice. I'm assuming it's he. My apologies if I'm incorrect on that. But Reese Winter making a very strong start so far. From what I've been told, this is their first online race, so hopefully they do well. Alright, we're in 5th, and keeping with this main slipstream. I was talking about it yesterday when OSCC was running Indianapolis. I'm not saying this is entirely the same. I have no idea how this track drives. I've never seen it in my life. Beans and Toast Pocono is, like I said, the best I can describe it. I don't know what that entails. I don't know what kind of spice the beans have in the toast. And we're going to find out here. I finally survived. Yeah, we got a Super Rush 69 driving and texting and driving. Very interesting. You know, he's not wrecking. He's keeping the car straight. I respect it. Some people. It's kind of like drunk drivers. It's not the drunk drivers or the drivers who text that are the bad ones. It's the drunk crashers. It's the texting and driving crashers that are the problem in society, and Super Racer 69 is not one of those, as it seems. So hopefully he keeps it going. He just got around Gustavus Adolphus the second, or my bad, the third. And it looks like we had a checkup up here. Cameron McElreath had an issue. He's going to dart low, spinner off of 4. That is Carl Childress. He's going to lock it up, and I think he has a down tire. That left front is down, and this is only lap 6, as the 26 is going to park it for tonight.
McElreath has retired. Track is clear. We keep going.
I think Carl is going to really struggle to get this thing back around. He has to go a whole nother lap around this track, limping it. He's going to go to the access road. Heck, he may even go ahead and park it. Yeah, and he's going to do just that. He is going to park it for the night. Or call a tow truck, one or the other.
Another stop bar on the access road in turn number 1. Carl, are you all good?
Yeah, something going on with Carl Childress. I'm not sure what is going on at the moment. But he is stopped on the track. The leaders are getting close to him. He's going to be well out of the way unless one of them spin and crash into him, which would be really funny. But that's not going to happen because it's just not going to. You see all 5 of them get around him nice and clean. Meanwhile, a pass for the lead potentially. William Viola has a run back on that 22 of Victor Delgado the third, who ended up leading some laps early in this run. He's just going to go ahead and let him go on by. Talha Aziz lurking there in P3. Maple Hiller in the 48 has also been lurking here in 4th. Keep an eye on them. I have no idea what Reese Winter has in store. Never seen them do an online race, so I have no clue what they're going to show us here tonight. In fact, I'm kind of excited to see. So let's see what they're able to put together. So far, they're holding on quite nicely. As the 27 William Viola trying to put a bit of a gap on these guys. Meanwhile, the 88 of Carl Childress has went ahead and disconnected from this, and it looks like it is a technical issue on his end. That might be failing, as Ruby Estes has fallen to 6th with their issues. Good stuff as Adolphus the 2nd down to 7th. 8th place running right now, Super Icer 69, or the Super Icer 69 rather. And that's the field right now, so we're down to 8 cars after starting with 10. And the top 5 all in this cluster of Slipstream managing their stuff. And I said it before, it kind of compares a little bit to Indianapolis, what we seen yesterday. But as I also said, this is a track I've never seen in my life, so I have no idea what the long run's going to entail. And I have no idea how big they're going to be gapped out by the end of this, because this is a fairly similarly sized field to what we had yesterday night in OSCC. And the field will run about 26 laps. They are not even close, actually. It's only coming off to lap 10. Fairly tame race so far. TS3 of Reese Winter taking a little bit of a higher entry. Doing something a little different than these guys. Again, I have never seen Reese Winter before, so I have... Oh, they're going to lock it up. They're going to get loose. A little bit of a mistake in turn 1. They're holding up really well, all things considered. But they... yeah, they're definitely been pretty good right now, despite that little lockup they had there. So this group of 5 is going to turn into a group of 4, and I think that 48 may be starting to fade here. The 27 has pulled quite the gap. And it's essentially just the strategy that I'm mostly seeing. The strategy I've seen as of late is finding the limit on the tires, pulling a bit of a gap, and not necessarily just to, you know, do it to pull away from the field, but to do it, but to have a bit of a gap as the 48 gets really loose off a turn 2.
Single car straight away between 1 and 2.
And they're going to fall out of it. Around off that corner, Maple Hiller from 4th place has spun it.
Track's clear, we stay green.
Then there were 3. Reese Winter has been promoted to 4th, but does not have much track position. Ruby Estes, in the meanwhile, despite that wall hit, they, I think, are holding a solid pace right now. If they're able to get something working in this next run, and else, I think it's gonna. I don't think Slipstream's gonna be huge here, because I think this top 3 are starting to gap each other a bit. Talha's starting to fade a little bit. This is the strongest. I'm not trying to jinx Victor, and I'm not even gonna say he's gonna win this thing, but this is the strongest I've seen Victor Delgado III competitively in quite some time. Not to discount him at all. He's been a very competitive driver, but being in contention for a potential win. Not to try to jinx him or nothing, but he is really doing really well right now here in 2nd place. His last DSRA win, to my knowledge, was Season 7 Talladega. I could be wrong on that. I'm just going off of memory. As Maple Hiller has made their stop, they will have to make it a 2-stop for this race to make it to the end. So they pit lap 12. I expect to pit them again around, probably around lap, I don't know, probably the end of their fuel run, honestly. Or maybe splitting in the middle, maybe 13, 15 to go, maybe something like that. Maybe 20, we'll see. That 3 car is starting to fade and struggle a bit. Might have pushed their stuff a bit too much, despite being able to keep up with this front pack. Regardless, holding their own fairly well here. Keeping it straight, which right now has been a challenge for a decent part of this field. See, Super Icer 69, he is up to 6th place just from other drivers making mistakes. Such as Maple Hiller and other drivers have had issues tonight. So, Soup, I mean, he could, the dominoes could fall in the right place. He theoretically here, could end up with a top 5 before it's all said and done. So if that's possible, that'd be cool to see. His last win was Season 7 Lime Rock. About 5 seasons ago. This top 3 have been together since the start. Well, past halfway in this first run. TalhaDevYT has gotten around his team owner, Victor Delgado, to the third for second. And it's kind of just a game of cat and mouse. How hard do you push? And when do you push? And you got to time that. But yeah, it's just gotta kind of come down to strategy. Just got George in the chat. Hi, George. So nothing much going on with his top 3, to be honest. Oh, and the 3 has spun. 78 gets tagged.
Good save by both the 3 and the 78. I am surprised both of them kept it straight.
Yeah, big hit for both those cars. Both these guys have not been in DSRA. Or, well, the 78 hasn't touched DSRA, I think, since Season 10. I could be wrong on that. And the 3 has not been in here since ever. So this is their DSRA debut, the 3 of Reese Winter. And from what I have been told is their NR online debut. So, I mean, they're having a rough run right now, but I mean, what I was seeing in the short run, that looked pretty good for someone who hasn't ran online before, which I could be wrong on that, but regardless, you know, I mean, I've said my piece about DSRA debuts. Heck, I made a whole hour-long thing on my other channel with the Season 7 ordeal, but, you know, first impressions are big, and being able to keep up with that main group for as long as they did, is, I mean, granted, the field isn't crazy, but, you know, it's those little wins you got to take. They're doing just that, but now they are under pressure for that 4th place spot from Ruby Estes. And 78 is going to clear. Oh, and they get loose. So they're side by side. Oh! This is a crazy battle for 4th right now. I think these two are really running out on tires. That grip on corner exit is really starting to hinder both these cars, and they're putting together a pretty solid battle right now. This is for 4th place. Check on the leaders real quick, see if anything's changed. Nothing. The 22 has fallen back a little bit, and I think that's them pushing a little too early in this run, getting that lead, costing them long term. But they still have that slipstream. They could, if they pit, I mean, they got to pit in about a little under 10 laps. If they can keep this gap maybe a little closer, which I think at this point is going to be a little bit of a tall task. We'll see if they're able to do it. But if they can do that, they'll be in a solid spot. As the leader, William Viola, hits the wall a little bit there, and I think that might be... obviously, you want to keep the car straight as possible on corner exit to minimize tire wear loss, but got him in the wall a little bit. Meanwhile, let's go back to this battle for 4th. See if it's still cooking up. Somewhere in the midst of when I was talking about that, the 78 has gotten back around the 3 for 4th place. And I think they're probably going to have to get some damage repair. They may not have to, but I don't think there's going to be a huge competitive advantage. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't think there's going to be enough of a competitive advantage to not repair it. I don't know, maybe. Depends on how much time it takes. I've never really put myself in the spot where I get a ton of damage during a green flag run. But, I mean, I say I've never done that. I haven't done that consistently enough to where I can make a solid judgment on what I think would be the best way of going about this. I mean, you save more time if you don't take damage, but... depends on how much time loss you would make over the run without repairing it. Hard to say in my opinion. That 3 car is struggling with grip on these exits. And no, that is not Winty Wolf. That is Reese Winter, for those of you guys watching who might have remembered when we broadcasted back in Season 9. So these numbers look about similar, but the names behind the numbers are not the same. Meanwhile, back up front, this is the only battle on track, the battle for the lead. And I think it's kind of just a stalemate right now, to be honest with you. The 27, they're starting to run out on tires. This 20 has been managing really well. TalhaDevYT, he's been doing pretty solid right now, managing his stuff. But it's always that, having that advantage of that track position, even if it is just the lead. If you're able to play your moves correctly, run a defensive line, you're in a good spot. Here comes that 20. He's going to try to make a move here in this corner. I think he gave the 27 a bit too much room. That 27 is going to get that corner exit. It's going to get a little loose on that corner exit. Use up some of that tire, but look how much of a gap they've gained as Super Racer 69. I'm sorry, the Super Racer 69 is on pit road for his first stop of the night. He's probably going to have to... I don't see him making it to the end from this point, unless he's like crazy on the fuel save. But essentially, I think his best bet probably just pit again with a few to go. I mean, that's probably his only bet. Someone tell Tal to go faster. Well, I guess I can. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'll do that. George says for you to go faster. There we go. Alright, so there we go. Tala has been informed of what has been said in chat. But yeah, this is really the only closest thing on the track right now. The fuel run's coming to a close, and the earliest I think you could pit is really, I think now. That's probably the earliest you can pit is this time by, and I don't think they're going to do that here. And we got 8-bit in the chat. Hello. Both the leaders on the wall there, but you see essentially that the 22's gone. I was saying if they could maybe keep that gap up, I knew it was going to be a tall task. It was just a task too tall. So they're going to find some way to make up some of that time and try to get something out of this. But essentially, they're in a bad spot unless these two guys up front make a pretty big mistake. Ruby Estes, I mean, they had a really rough start. Currently in 4th. Running pretty good right now. Honestly, I think if I were them, I just wouldn't repair damage because they're not horrendously far back. I was telling you, 22 has to try something. They're going to do a bit of an undercut here to try to gain some time on the leaders. Meanwhile, the 3 of Reese Winter, if I'm say that right, has went back on track. They, I believe, are good till the end. So they're going to do that undercut as well. They're going to be chasing these leaders, try to get around them as quick as possible. I know these guys don't want to let them by, but on the other hand, you don't want to get held up either. That 20 knows that. He's going to go ahead and make that call down to pit road, take an undercut on the 27. Bit of a late pit there from the 20. I don't know if that was a half commit or maybe just to make sure he... Yeah. The Winter name can continue the legacy of the 3. Winty Wolf to Reese Winter. We'll see if they keep it alive. This is their first race here in DSRA. And honestly, they're doing pretty solid. I mean, you know, 6th place with the long run. They seem to be pretty rough on the long runs. Our leader, William Viola, is finally going to bring it down to the pit road. But, yeah, I mean, they've impressed me. So we'll see how they do if they continue racing here in DSRA. So 3 different laps the top 3 have pit from. Will, I think he extended this as far as he possibly can. I don't think you can pit any later. Everyone has pit now. The leader, the last to pit. Victor, he did not gain any time on Talha. In fact, I'd say he lost time to TalhaDevYT with his undercut. I'll see where Will comes out. Will, he is exiting the pits now. I think it's going to be close. I don't know where they're going to come out. I think he's going to come out in front of Talha. Regardless, yeah, he's probably going to come out right in front of him. And get that thing going to speed right here on the exit of 1. And yeah, there he goes, right on track. And he put a much better pit stop on the table than TalhaDevYT, even with the overcut. I did not expect that at all. The overcut has gain time opposed to the undercut. And now you have the freshest tires already in the track position that they need to be. So that's a rough spot to be in if you're behind that. I don't even think there's nothing you can really do from here. Is just try to hope. Did I say the fort? Wow. I feel stupid. I was trying to DM Talha. I'm used to him being in the 14. And I DM Post on accident. I'm surprised he was even looking at the broadcast. Oh, I feel so stupid. Top 10 mistakes. Top 10 mistakes I've made. I'm going to DM it back. Hopes a daisy. Daggum. I was just looking like that. I forgot he was the 20. I was trying to. Well, I guess I'll let George tell him after the race. Like, go faster, Talha. He is, but look how much time he gained up on him. I just don't see anything happening from here. Like, I want to be optimistic and say he's gonna catch up and get around Will. He has fresher tires, but no, he's got older tires and he's using up more of his step to catch the guy who's actively using less tire. And at the end of that ball game, you know who comes out on top. So there's, unless we had a caution or some kind of mistake or something, I feel like our grid is mostly set. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but essentially that is how tight NR strategy is nowadays. Maybe the 20 can maybe get around him, maybe try to play that defensive game. I think the 27 knows that, and that's why he's going to try to battle him hard to make sure he doesn't get in front of him. Essentially, they're going to use both their tires up, but I don't think it's going to be to the point where Victor catches up, which I can't imagine he's going to be saving any extra, but it's only going to go on for so long. See, did you respond back? In that case, carry on. He's a bum. TalhaDevYT is a bum. I don't know. Maybe they'll wreck Will here. That'd be funny. Yeah, he's torturing them tires right now. With the way he's... Oh no. Yeah, that was bad. That was... That was maybe the one shot Talha had to get back underneath him. But that 27 got in the wall, but... I mean, this is the battle here. There's really no one else to catch here, so you can... I mean, this 27 can push a bit more, and essentially he's still going to be battling the same guy. I just don't think Victor is going to be able to gain that time unless there was a catastrophic mistake between these two. Which, the way they're racing, I wouldn't be shocked, but there's only so much tire left that 20 can push. and he's having to push it. If he saves, it's going to be the same ball game. So I respect him for trying something here. It's better than just lying back and trying to outsave someone who essentially has, in my opinion, mastered the ability to know the limit on how much you can push without losing too much time. It's an uphill battle here, and I currently don't see it ending any differently than what it is right now. I don't know, despite these two pushing, I don't know if the 22 is pushing or not. Let's see what his recent lap times are. I'm not sure if that's
Car slow
too
at
crazy
entry.
or not. Oh, that's the Super Racer 69. He has blown a tire. Currently, he's running 5th, but oh, he's going to bed. Ah, that sucks. No. How close was he to a top 5? He was going to get a free top 5, I think. Depending on where the 3's at. Where is the 3? They're still going to have to pit again, too. So both those guys are going to have to pit again. It just depends on who does it better than the other. It's either the Super Racer 69 gets a top 5 in DSRA again, which we love seeing those, or Reese Winter top 5 in their DSRA debut. Kind of hope Soup continues. I mean, if not, that's up to him. You know, let's say what Ruby Estes is up to. Still in 4th. They are, yeah, they're cooked. They're cooked. They're cooked. Essentially, yeah. And this battle's done. There's no battle here anymore. So that was interesting to watch, though. I respect Talha for trying to make something work there, even though it's an uphill battle. He's still got something on the table. That's a little surprising. He's gonna keep going, Soup. He's gonna keep going. The Soup top 5 possibility is not out the door. It's not over yet. He just has to get around the 3, who is actually making quite a few mistakes right now. So that is, oh, they just spun. That is entirely in the realm of possibility. So the battle for 5th right now might be the most interesting battle on track. Oh, they're getting up the track! Oh no! Okay, they're good. They're good. Alright, leaders are fine. But yes, Soup. There's still a chance. I think the 3's going to have to pit here soon. But he can still get a top 5. The Soup Racer 69.
Turn 2, 3 has a flat.
Oh, he's got a flat. Oh, that's that. Oh no. Oh no. You see, I think they've been in this predicament before. I mean, you race offline. Oh, do they have 2 flats? Oh, it looks like they have 2 flats. Oh no. Yeah, they have 2 flat tires. Oh no. Oh, they're gonna get towed here. Oh no. Yeah, they can't turn. Both front tires are down. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, they're trying so hard to get it turned. And they're doing the right thing. It's just, they're going to have to back it in. But then they're forced to tow. That's just really tough. Talha's still going at it. Talha's still going at it. Alright, so the battle for 5th has died. The battle for the lead is, I mean, it's fighting for pocket change at this point, but you know what? I respect the game. Let's try something here. Honestly, if Talha, as much as he's pushing right now, if he's able to even get close to the 27 towards the finish of this race, hats off to him, because that is, I mean, not to like praise Will or anything, but like he's not easy to beat. He's arguably one of the best in the business right now when it comes to finding that perfect ratio with the tire management. And when you find that perfect ratio, and I'm not saying perfect, nobody's perfect unless like you're actually perfect, but like it's been good enough to win him a bunch of races. In fact, I think he's got the most wins this season by quite a bit. But yeah, he's not easy to beat. He's one of the better in the business up there with Gino Bononi and granted Gino he only races IFAR, NARL, CSRS to my knowledge, and I also respect him for that. You know, keeping yourself cornered, or not cornered, but you know, just choosing what leagues that you want to stay sane from or stay sane in. As well, he's playing this game. He's joining this game with Talha, and Talha is trying to find any bit of tires here. I respect it. Granted, I think, like I said, I think it's fighting for pocket change, but the fact he's still here, and if he's still here by the end of this race, I'd be impressed. That is not going to be easy to do. Especially from that deficit that he has. He pit a lap earlier than Will to get the undercut, try to get that lap advantage in lap time. Came out with an actual deficit to him, and then caught back up. I think used a bit more tire in that short time that he did use to catch up. And here he's been battling this 27 ever since. Forcing Will to use his tires up, which honestly, I can respect it. Because if you don't, it's just going to be the same domino that falls anyway, right? So you can either fall out fighting or fall out trying to outdo something that can't really outdo.
10 laps to go, point of no return will be at 5 to go. I repeat, 10 laps to go, point of no return will be at 5 to go.
There you have it, race control announcing when the point of no return is. We're 5 laps away from it. And this battle for the lead, I still think, is essentially the only battle on the track. 3-car of Reese Winter back in the race, but 4 laps down. 2 laps down from Soup Rice for 69, who currently sits 5th. I think that unless Soup makes some kind of catastrophic mistake, I think that he has this in the bag. Soup Rice for 69, top 5 might be in the books here tonight. Every time I think Talha is about to finally lose the tires he needs to keep up with this 27, he catches right back up. I don't know where he's finding this. I don't know where he's finding this grip, or I say this grip. I don't know where he's finding the pace to do this, but he's keeping up. I know a bit of it slipstream. You see Super Rice for 69. He keeps dipping low on the straightaways. I don't know why he's doing that. That's interesting. Gained a lot on the corners. Has quite a bit fresher tires, obviously, with him having to pit after losing a tire. It was a lot worse for Reese Winter, though, losing 2 tires. I can't even fault him for that. You push, you spin, and you lose 2 tires. You don't win with that. When you have 2 front tires that are down, there's cooked and there's fried. And having 2 front tires down, that's fried. Oh, he's loose again. All right. Bring it home. Bring it home, man. Yeah, I think he's still got some stuff to figure out with, you know, tire management, pace management. But one thing this guy does have, and it's pace. What? What? William Viola, the leader, has had an RNG engine failure.
The thing that could stop him was fucking RNG. Are we for real?
William Viola from the lead has had an RNG engine failure. The racing gods had told him no. Talha Aziz has taken the lead, and this is big. He's going to stall it here on the access road. And once again, General Motors has failed us. So, with 10 to go, or actually, how many laps to go is it? What lap is, where's Talha? So this is big, not just because William Viola is out of the race with an RNG engine failure with 10 to go, which is big for points, but this is big because Reese Winter has the opportunity to get a top 5. If he stops wrecking! Come on, man! Just a few more laps! We're almost there! Come on! Come on, man! We're almost there! We could have a double, we could have a Super Racer 69 and Reese Winter top 5 tonight. If they can finish this thing off. They're getting close. That 3 car is struggling right now. The tires are just gone. Now, we talk about Talha pushing there. I was saying, oh, it's all for scrapes, all for, pocket change. Well, the pocket change got clogged up in the SCR engine of William.
We are green to the checkered. No more cautions are available.
You heard that from race control. No more yellows. I mean, there wasn't any in the first place. But TalhaDevYT, he's picked up the lead after the pocket change that they were sorting through and figuring out. Got clogged up in the SCR engine of William Viola's number 27 machine. And now he's in the catbird seat. Where's Victor? Victor is he's 5 seconds back. There's no way he's catching. But if he would have saved a bit, I mean, granted, you can't really expect the leader to have an RNG failure, engine failure with like 10 to go. That's just not going to happen a lot. But when it does, sometimes it happens. But TalhaDevYT, he's coming down to the ranks. Looking for his 3rd DSRA win. He said he wanted to get at least 1 win this season. It came. It's going to come probably here in just a few laps. We'll see if the 3 is able to get around the 27. They have, I mean, there's some laps down, but if they're able to pass him in lap time, if they're able to keep that going, DSRA top 5 in their debut, that can happen. Along with a Super Racer 69 top 5 as well in 4th place right now. Where's Ruby Estes? They're in 3rd right now, despite having a very mediocre race. But hey, can't shy at 3rd place. We had a 10-car grid to start this off. Over 4 cars have called. Actually, shoot, what happened to Dapper? He's out of the race. So the 41 of Gustavus Adolphus, the 3rd, has fallen out of the race. This 3 car just fell 4 laps down. They have gotten around William Viola. They will get a top 5 in their debut, but back to the lead. TalhaDevYT, he's going to come to 10 to go, or not 10 to go, but 2 to go at the stripe here at the Lausitzring, the beans and toast version of Pocono. And he's just trying to cruise. Imagine if he has an RNG engine failure too and like Victor wins. That'd be so funny. That's not going to happen. The odds of that is very low. And there has been discussions of having no engine failure, no engine failure EXEs. I think it's no gear brake EXEs. Gustavus Adolphus, the 2nd of Sweden. Yeah, I think he's out of the race. But hey, he gets a top 10 too. Let's go. We just hand out top 10s like candy. Let's do that. Let us give out free top 10s. That is fun to do. Coming to the white flag. My OBS has crashed on my phone, so I'm going to have to load that back up because it sucks on a phone. But to be fair, I probably should have invested in a stream deck regardless.
1 more lap to go.
That is my fault entirely, and I will blame not myself because that's not cool to do. Well, I do that sometimes, but only in my sleep. But TalhaDevYT, I mean, you could say he lucked out, which that's exactly what happened. But, he did it in the right time. We're in Germany! I'm still calling it beans and toast Pocono. Europe is Europe. Anyways, white flag here at the Lausitzring, whatever they call it. The beans and toast Pocono. Maybe the potato Pocono, I don't care. Super Racer 69, he's going to get a top 5. Reese Winter, going to get a top 5. Everyone's still running except for, okay, literally everyone's still running. He's going to get top 5. It's TalhaDevYT! is going to bring it home.
A very unlucky streak for Viola there at the end. Victor comes home to take second place. The 3 will come home with a top 5 on debut. Soup comes home P4. Ruby will get P3 when she eventually crosses the line. We might be here for a minute before that, though.
Oh, man, they almost got lapped. Oh, and they're getting loose. Ruby Estes trying to bring it home to finish the race. In their first DSRA race since, like, God knows when. They're coming to the final corner. Are they out of gas or something? Why are they clutching? Don't tell me they're out of gas. No, they still have gas, and Ruby Estes is going to come home and bring it third here at the Lausitzring. TalhaDevYT, he is your race winner. He is your race winner here in the Germany lands of Beans and Toast Pocono. Screw you, I'm still calling it that. And he's going to burn it down here. That, I just said it like 3 times, but that's okay. And I can't see him because of the smoke. Gosh dang it. Daggone. This can't be good for the climate, man. At least better than having AI data centers, though. There he is. Oh, he's parked it. But, yeah, that was wild. I did not have an SCR engine failure on my bingo card. But that is just General Motors for you. The pennies got stuck in the engine. Alright, let's see if I can get a picture here. I didn't make it, I mean, it's kind of like last night. I didn't really make it known that I was going to broadcast, so I wouldn't be shocked if we have arranged from no one to everyone and their mom went in an interview, so I'll give them a few minutes to get it all sorted out, but daggone. Playoff implications. If this had playoffs, this would have some big fat implications, which it still does because it's still a race. But yeah, so there are your results. TalhaDevYT's first place, so an MCR top 2. It's actually, I don't know when the last time that happened was, but it was not recent. Regardless, TalhaDevYT's with the win. Ruby Estes third place. And a Soup Racer 69 top 5, along with a Reese Winter top 5 in their debut. William Viola is going to come home 6th after the engine said bye-bye. Maple Hiller, they did not survive the track. Gustavus Adolphus the third, or I'm sorry, the second, also didn't survive. Karen McElreath, he ate wall. Carl Childress.
Be sure to save any replay or anything else that you need before we head out. No post-race review will be needed for tonight since it was green flag and a flag, just a couple self-spins.
Yeah, no, Carl Childress still hasn't won a DSRA, which is not crazy to say, even though, like, the last time I broadcasted, he still hadn't won a race. He was at, like, 100 starts or something. I think he's now at, like, 120 or something. I don't know. A lot's happened since that Season 9 race. Regardless, let's go ahead and bring in our race winner, TalhaDevYT.
User was moved to your channel.
Yo, Talha, I got a copy?
I got you.
I can't hear you.
Well, alright,
Whoa,
can you hear me now?
Oh, man. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm inside your walls now.
I don't consent to that.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you said you want to get a win this season. The racing gods have gifted you with the win. Granted, I wouldn't discount it because of that. I mean, I would, but you don't have to discount it because of that. But you did come home first. What do you think of that race?
I mean, it was a fun track. I was nervous for how it was going to drive because it's, a brand new track and stuff, and I was hoping, like, I was worried that it might be, like, not great to drive for the other drivers as well. And I was hoping it was going to be, or worried it was like going to be a crapshoot, but it was really fun, especially in the long run. Had a really great battle with Will and Victor all race, and kind of making a lot of mistakes on my end of trying to get by Will. I either would give up too easily, or I would take the lead like I did there and immediately throw it away in turn 2 like a chud. Man, I I don't know how to feel about that. I feel so bad for Will because obviously I've had races where I dominated a race and then I had an engine blow kind of like that late in the race.
I've seen it real time. Yeah, I fortunately can say for myself I haven't been in that situation, but eventually the racing gods or fate as it has it will bite you in the rear and kick you to the sidewalk, and that's just sometimes how it is.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like I've been wanting to get a win, and there's some races I should have won. Obviously, happy I got the wins still, but I'm also still like I don't know how to feel because Will definitely had that one at back because he was trying to pull away from me as well because I think he still just managed his stuff better despite me hounding him for that last half. But it was still a great battle with him all race. I just helps a lot in the points as well. 2 seasons in a row, the guy I'm battling for with the championship but has an engine failure late in the season, so that's kind of ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great race though. We just go on to TalhaDevYT next week.
Yep. I have a confession. I know
What?
you asked me to practice for this. I'm gonna be dead real. I forgot and didn't even touch NR at all in that time frame. Or, well, I say that, but
that's valid.
I haven't done any on-track laps in an NR at all since last week. So.
Well, I mean, you're taking a break as well, so it's fine.
But yeah. Congrats on the win. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No. Obviously, thank you for broadcasting and stuff and everything. I know, but we've been racing each other like all season, for a second and stuff. But obviously, as well, you need a break and kind of like you like broadcasting. But I appreciate you broadcasting. Hopefully, we get back on track soon, so we have more funny moments like Cars Las Vegas. Yeah. Oh wow! Did I? Hang on. Let me see real quickly. I need to see what the points look like after they get updated. Real quickly. But I think okay, so I'm 24 back behind Viola now after that. So we'll see how this goes for the rest of the season. And yeah, that should be all.
All right. Well, congrats on the win. Might not be all beans and toast, but hey, sometimes you gotta take your wins and.
Yeah, because we're in Germany, Zach.
I don't care! It looks like beans and toast Pocono! I don't care if it's Germany! Potato Pocono, I guess. I don't know. But regardless, congrats on the win, and I have no idea if I'm broadcasting next week or not. That entirely depends on if Pasta wants to host or not, or whoever. So,
alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully you're able to TalhaDevYT, so it'll be chaotic, I hope at least. So.
Yeah, it'll definitely be something. But yeah, congrats on the win, and
thank you.
See you next time.
See ya.
User disconnected
All right,
from your channel.
third place finisher, rounding out our podium, Ruby Estes. It's gonna be joining the booth.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey Ruby, you got a copy?
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Good. I had to set up the push to talk. I haven't done this in a minute.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't say for when the last time you raced, but it's been a while.
At least 2025.
Yeah, I know. I think I know the last time I broadcasted DSRA was like season 9 Watkins Glen. That was a while ago. It was like right after the whole thing happened. But well, you had a bit of a rough start. It didn't really get too much better, but track position wise, you kind of started going up the ranks as it went on. Came home P3. What was your thoughts overall on that?
Yeah, like I said, I haven't raced in a while in this game, so I didn't really know what to expect. I felt like pace-wise, I could have definitely been up there, like fighting for the lead. I mean, we finished podium at the end anyway, so luck be damned, we got there. But I feel like we had the pace to win this thing. But it's just not the way it went off the start. I got pummeled around a little bit, but I figured with the fuel strat and with the leader obviously blowing a motor with like 8 to go, which is very unlucky for him, but thankfully that is lucky for me. But I just kind of wanted to come in. I'm trying to get my bearings back on this sim, so I figured what's a better league to go to than DSRA. I was expecting a bigger field. I'm kind of sad that it was only 10 cars. I wanted to at least have to fight through a lot more than that. Once the first big wreck happened, or I guess the pit cycles happened, it was just kind of by myself for the whole thing, and that's not really that fun. But I'll take a podium on return.
Yeah, I know. This is the first time DSRA, as far as I'm aware, any league has ran their Lausitzring. I didn't even know what this track was or that it even existed until like last week. So, it's a bit niche. So I'm guessing a lot of people just either couldn't or just decided not to race tonight. But solid comeback, third place. On paper, might not be the best of things on how it all went out, but hey, you look at the grid. Third out of 10, that's a lot better than bad, right?
Oh, for sure. And I assume if I hop back on here more often, I'm sure the people that were at the front, I'll probably be seeing them a lot more.
All right. Well, I don't know if I'll be broadcasting too much more. We'll have to see if the server host will be down for that. But if we're around for that, we'll be broadcasting more of that, and hopefully we'll see it. Did you plan on doing any other leagues or just DSRA for now?
We'll see what comes up. From what I know, a lot of them are about to be in their off season, so we got some planning to do.
Yeah, you kind of joined a bad time. From what I've seen, a lot of the people are just they've been racing all late spring, and everybody's kind of burnt out. So we're about to see some leagues take some big breaks. I think DSRA, once they finish their season off, I think they're going for a decently large break along with BPNR, OSCC. I think the only other league I can think of off the top of my head that will be taking big breaks is, there's also, I think it's NARL. I think IFAR is going to be starting up here soon, so I don't know if you're interested in those leagues, but they'll be getting started up here, I think, pretty soon.
Yeah, if I can get those days free off my calendar from work, I'll definitely try to hop in if I'm allowed.
Right.
NARL sounds fun. I miss running NARL. I miss running the game, honestly. It's just I haven't had time.
Right. Yeah, it's fun to drive. I mean, for myself, I just start a break because I was not having fun. So I decided, I'm gonna take a break. I don't know how long it's gonna last. Might be 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. Who knows? But knowing me, it's probably just gonna be a little bit. But regardless, hey, top 3, nothing to shy at. Hopefully we see more of you in the future. And did you have anything else you wanted to talk about before we let you go?
No, I think that's it. I think the results speak for themselves with a big bold asterisk right next to it.
It could be worse. It could be worse. I mean, hey,
it could be.
Just don't look at the timing and scoring. Just look at the results order.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
Now, but it's always good to get interviewed and have a broadcast for a league. So appreciate you doing it. I haven't spoke to you in like almost 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I still feel bad for wrecking that one IFAR race back like 3 years ago.
Oh, that's good, man. If it makes you feel any better, I still wreck people on iRacing sometimes.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
You just got to do it.
I don't know. I just felt stupid because like I was like my IFAR debut. I was like, I need to have the cleanest race of all time, and then apparently IFAR's brakes work way differently than brakes in anything else I'd ever used before. I was like, oh shoot, my brakes straight up aren't working, so I had to relearn how to brake with IFAR setups eventually, and but unfortunately, not knowing that, I ended up completely creasing your J's. But that was a while back. But but nonetheless, had a good finish, and hope to see more of you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. You too.
All right, well, congrats on that, and see you next time, man.
See you next time.
User left your channel.
All right, so I don't think anybody else is going to want interviewed, so we should be good. I want to thank everybody for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I know this. I know now that this is Germany. I was thinking it was like Britain or something. That just tells you how much I know about stuff that isn't. That I know jack diddly squat about Europe. So, I myself had a little German in me. I probably should have used a bit of chronological reasoning, or not chronological. That is such a terrible word for that. A little bit of logical reasoning for the naming of the track, that it would have been Germany. Sausage Pocono is what Duel's saying in the chat, so I don't know, man. Beans and toast Pocono. I mean, I haven't driven it, so it might not be bad. It might not be good, though. I still have no interest in driving this game right now. Hence why I'm on break. But, yeah. A little bit of a rundown on why I've been broadcasting random stuff. Taking a break. Figured, why not broadcast? Because OSCC just so happened to run when IFAR's off. So if I'm off and IFAR's off next week, we'll be broadcasting OSCC next Saturday night. That's given if I and IFAR am off. I'm off from work and IFAR's not racing. DSRA, that is going to depend entirely on if someone other than myself is going to host the server. Otherwise, I was just going to host it and watch from the wayside because, again, I currently do not have any interest in driving this game at the moment due to burnout and other just not wanting to play right now. Let's see. So tomorrow's Monday. We got. I think I'm gonna do a broadcast tomorrow. I'm gonna sort out how and what I'm gonna do about that, and it'll probably be without warning, like the past two broadcasts. So you'll see a little notification popped up if you have the bell notification button hit for the Cheese Food YouTube channel. You'll see a little notification saying, shoot, we live in like 20 minutes. Hop on or not, up to you. And yeah, so look for that if you enjoy watching. As for videos, I do have another video I am working on. I hope to have a little bit more time to invest into it. I've been taking a bit more research into this one, so hopefully it's a bit more accurate than what I can actually put together. So hopefully that goes well. That'll be up. I try to upload monthly, so or monthly or as close to monthly as I can. I may start uploading more regularly, just not random videos, but actual content for the video side of things. So if I have the time to invest in that and the resources, or not really the resources, but I have the resources, just the time and the right information to get the right research in a solid time frame, I could probably start uploading maybe about once every 2 weeks, maybe. We'll see. But I think I'm just going to start doing, whenever I make a video, start another video whenever I get that done. And my timeline, it got to be done in a month. So that's the goal on that. And as for goals for the videos, the only video that doesn't have over 150 views is the Brick Rigs desert video, which is also the only video that's just video. There's no, like, there's some music in the background, but it's basically just me messing with camera work and brick rigs and seeing the music behind it. I found it pretty enjoyable to watch, but from what I've seen, wasn't really everyone's cup of tea. So don't expect a lot more brick rig stuff. I do want to do one more thing with brick rigs, but it will be more of a parody of sorts. I don't know how I'm going to put that together, but I hope to put that together within the year. So just a little plan, not really a full, actually I do have a diagram of sorts for, well, it's more of a list of plans that I have set for the current channel and where things are going to be going. So just a heads up what we're doing right now. So we'll be doing broadcasts. So we start Saturday. So 1, 2, 3 days in a row we'll be doing broadcasts because I'm pretty sure I'm going to do one tomorrow. Unless I have to host a server for NARL, then I won't be doing the one tomorrow. I don't want to host a server for NARL because they're doing their duels for Daytona. I would like to do Daytona. I would like to broadcast Daytona for them not this week, but next week, if they can get a good server host. Other than, I don't think Alex Rowe's server is the best, but if they can get like maybe Cam Smith back, or maybe someone else port forwards over there for their server, I could probably broadcast for that race again, for that Daytona race once more. I don't like doing the same track back to back for stuff because and for me it feels stale, and it's already inconsistent enough. But I don't know. Daytona has a good vibe, and if there's some other instances maybe that season, I can maybe do some more. But tomorrow will not be NARL. I can guarantee you that. I will not be broadcasting NARL's duels. That's not going to be what I'm doing tomorrow. But I do plan on doing a broadcast of one of the Monday leagues that are happening tomorrow. So watch out for a notification for that. I'll be putting that out later in the day. But that's enough rambling for now. I appreciate y'all for sitting here and listening. If y'all did, I think I rambled for a good straight like 7 minutes, I think. I'm not good at math, so it's probably more than that. But again, I appreciate y'all for listening and staying here for all that. I have been suggested a new intro theme, the Mario Strikers theme. So hopefully I can put that in without Nintendo wanting to shove me down a toilet and throw pipe bombs on my gravestone and send me to the Everglades to have me eaten by 19,000 alligators that are infected with poisonous diseases that will affect my entire ancestry and my future bloodline. So hopefully that goes well, and hopefully Nintendo doesn't